Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer live pop-up chat. Let me just adjust this camera, it's slightly high. There you go. You can still got my tiara in shot. It is the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, which is one of the Queen's most favourite tiaras, so I thought I would wear that today. I'm also wearing my flamingo shirt. Can you see the little tiny flamingos? I do like my flamingo shirt. So hello and welcome. It is Thursday, the 6th of June 2019, and I thought we would do a little bit of a catch-up. Now, I'm going to start by saying YouTube was naughty to me during my last live chat because it cut me off. It cut me off when I was just about to start speaking about Camilla's wink. So we are going to start today's chat by catching up from where I was last time with Camilla's wink. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're also going to talk about a few other different things that have been going on. The D-Day service, the end of the USA visit, the state visit that's been going on, Camilla's wink. Prince Harry did actually speak to President Trump, which he confirmed in an interview with Piers Morgan. So we're going to be talking about that too. So there's lots to catch up on, and of course anything else that you decide to mention in this live chat. So first of all, I'm going to go and find the chat room so I can say hello to everybody. Let's see who is here. I'm going to set it on to... Oh, by the way, if you are in the chat room live, there are two different types of comments on here. There's top chat and live chat. Select live chat because then that keeps you up to date with exactly what's going on live. So always remember to put it on live chat. Hello to everyone. I can see lots of people in the room. Hello to all of you. James Med4 says, love the shirt and the tiara. You're making me smile. Thank you. They go together, don't they? Flamingos and tiaras go together. Why not? Mary says, the incredibly hot and humid Isle of Grenada, or Grenada, says hi. Well, hello. It's been mixed weather here. It's sunny at the moment, but it's been rainy. It's been all kinds of things. So you'll see that in my weekly vlog. Thank you to all the comments on the outfit and tiara. Yvette David says, I don't know if I believe it if Trump says it because he lies so much. Well, he did say it, and I don't really think in the context of a state visit he would particularly make lies about the royal family, especially as, you know, he seems to have formed quite a good relationship with the royals and the Queen. I mean, the Queen looked quite happy to be with President Trump. So I think that part of the visit went really, really well. So I'm inclined to believe him on this one. But we're going to talk about that a little bit separately later. Hello to little Annie, who's just walked in the door. I hope it didn't hurt. But Nikki T says the royals are always diplomatic. They are indeed. They are professional. They are professional. I'm not sure when the next state dinner is, but I imagine the next one probably will include Meghan because I don't think we have any others coming up before the summer break. So yes, the next one is more than likely going to include Meghan, and hopefully we will see what tiara she may be wearing. Oh no, Beverly, flood warnings in Wichita, Kansas. Oh no. Inflate a raft, inflate a lilo, just inflate something just in case. Arnold says, no one has Meghan's back. Do you mean in what context? Because I know Meghan has a lot of support online in terms of people having her back. Do you mean within the royal family? Do you mean the press? Geraldine says, today, Master Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor is 1 month old. He is indeed. Can you believe it's been a month? My goodness, that has kind of flown by. So yes, happy 1 month. Do we do 1 month birthday celebration? Well, look, let's just do one. Let's just do a happy 1 month birthday. There we go. And you get a fan flap from me, Master Archie. So there we go. We'll do it anyway. It may not be a thing, but it is now. Mary says, where did the Trumps sleep while in England? In Winfield House. It's kind of it's the official residence. The American ambassador's residence, Winfield House. Caroline Davies says, hi, this is my first time in the room. I live in Minnesota. How are you doing today? I am doing very well, thank you very much, and I hope you guys are too. Lots of people talking about their weather. We've got different weathers all over the place. Okay, let's just kick off with where I was cut off last time. So those of you who watched my previous live pop-up chat will know that it cut me off, and I was actually halfway through speaking about Camilla's wink when I realised that no one could see me. So let's just carry on. So it was the time when Charles and Camilla had welcomed President Trump and Melania, the First Lady and the President, to Clarence House, which is their official London home, when they are in London, obviously, because it's their London home. Duh. And Camilla, at the end of the initial photograph, so they were going to go off and have tea. So this is before the tea. I'm sure you've all seen it. It's now a GIF. It might even be a meme. I don't know. Anyway, Camilla turned to what we think was her protection officer. We think it was her protection officer. Could have also been a member of staff. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, I don't think she was winking at the press. I think she was winking at someone that she knew. And she turned. I'm going to try and do it. She turned and kind of went. And she did this like really lovely little wink. And it was caught on camera. And oh my goodness, people were speculating like crazy. What did the wink mean? Did the wink mean that initial meeting with the photographs had gone well, and therefore like it went well? You see, no hiccups. Or did it mean, ooh, the fun's about to start because now we've got the tea? So it's like. And the smile that she did, it was just fabulous. So we don't entirely know exactly the meaning behind the wink, but I think it's one of two things. It was definitely to someone that she knew about something that they'd been talking about. It was, it's like that kind of secret code talk, isn't it? So I personally think it meant that went well. Perhaps they were worried about how it might have gone. I don't know. But it was almost like see, that went okay, didn't it? I think it was a see, that went okay, but some people are also speculating that it could be, oh, the fun's about to start. So let me know. Let me know what you think about the wink, but I do like it. Yes, I need to make a wink paddle, don't I? I just thought it was just a Camilla moment that I thought was really, really good. And it showcased Camilla's personality. It let you in to a bit of their personality. And I've always said that Charles and Camilla together, I think, are a really good double act. I think they are really, really fun. I think if you got them on their own and you were, at a private party, I think they would be so funny and hilarious. I really do think a Camilla and Charles private party would be the party to be at. It really would. I would invite me, Your Royal Highnesses, invite me to one of your private parties. Seriously. Villanueva says, you're so funny. Wink, you did it. I hope I captured it. Darlene says, Camilla isn't my favourite royal, but that wink was cheeky. Yes, it was a cheeky wink, and it was adorable. I really did like it. Dale says, if I know Meghan, she probably told Harry not to lower himself to... hang on. To the soap... the comment went. Okay, thank you, moderators, but the comment went. ND Nielsen has donated $5. So thank you so much for using the super chat feature. You get a fan flap and a mwah kiss from me. So that was the wink story. I mean, no one knows exactly what it meant, but it was cheeky, it was fun. It showcased a bit of Camilla's personality. I loved it. I loved those little off-the-cuff moments that we don't expect. And Camilla brought that in spades. So well done, Camilla. You get my straight winker of the week. It's my straight winker of the week fan flap. So there we go. You are our straight winker of the week. That needs its own paddle. Mary Brunn says, yes, I think Camilla has a sense of humour. She does indeed. Now, all these stories about Prince Harry snubbing Trump and not speaking to him was completely all a load of rubbish. I mentioned in my last pop-up chat that why I thought that Harry had not snubbed President Trump, why he was hanging around in the back. I always said it was because, everyone is free to circulate, but everyone was around the tables, and he wasn't the only one that was not circulating. The Duke of Gloucester wasn't, and there was a few others. So during the Piers, I don't know whether you saw on Good Morning Britain, it's on the internet if you go to the Good Morning Britain site, YouTube channel rather, there is a video of President Trump talking about the royals to Piers Morgan. Now, I know people have opinions about Piers Morgan. That's fine, but anyway, the interview exists, so do go and watch it. It is rather insightful. President Trump was incredibly respectful to the royals, just in case people were wondering. Oh, hello, Molly, who's just ran in and gone behind the sofa. So just in case you were worried to watch it, President Trump was... She's gone again. What is up with you, girl? He was incredibly respectful to the royals, and I think it kind of showcased his love of the monarchy, and it touched on obviously his mother's Scottish heritage and his Scottish heritage through her. And I think he really was... I mean, lots of people have commented that they haven't seen him be quite as respectful and deferent to anyone else that he's kind of met than what we've seen with the Queen. I mean, the Queen in particular, it's almost like, you know, he really does have this tremendous respect for the Queen. In the speeches that he made, there was a lot of respect for the Queen, especially when he referenced when she was a mechanic in the war for a brief period. So I think he'd obviously seen the footage and the clips of that, and I think that was something that quite resonated with him. That, you know, there was that young princess who was fixing tanks and, you know, trucks in the war. I think it was more trucks than tanks, but you know what I mean. She was a mechanic in the war, and I think that kind of struck a chord between seeing her as a 93-year-old and how she was when she was a princess. And I think he's just got this great respect for her longevity on the throne, and yeah, I think it was a true, real respect. So anyway, back to the Piers Morgan interview. He did mention that he had spoken to Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, behind the scenes. So obviously after that initial, when they were shown around the room looking at all the artifacts and all that kind of stuff, they went back for a private meeting, and he did speak there. Now, he didn't mention what they actually spoke about, but he did mention something they didn't speak about, and he did say that they didn't speak about what Meghan had said, and what he had said back about Meghan. So they didn't speak about the whole thing. He did say that he was ready to speak about it, but it didn't come up, so he left it, which I thought was fairly diplomatic. So Prince Harry didn't raise it, President Trump didn't raise it. It was just not spoken about. So there we go. So he did speak, so therefore there was no snub. So all these channels and articles that are reporting about a snub, there was no snub. Harry was there at the event. He met President Trump. He spoke to President Trump on a personal level, on an individual level. There was nothing brought up about what was said. It was just, as I expected and as I explained in my previous live chat, it was just a diplomatic meeting, and Prince Harry behaved professionally. It seems that President Trump also behaved professionally during that meeting. So there was no fuss. There was nothing untoward happening. It was just a normal diplomatic state visit. So there we go. That is the truth of it. Let's see what people are saying. Minnie says Harry doesn't need any advice on staying cool. No, he doesn't. Minnie also says his early years are behind him and he's matured. Mary says, thank you for remaining neutral. It is a state visit. Everyone should remain neutral on a state visit, including people that weren't. There were a few British people that were not neutral and not professional, and they should have been. Yes, name calling is not diplomatic. Let's go back up. I've probably missed a few. Hang on. Have a look. Andy Nielsen, I did give you a fan flap, didn't I? Yes, I'm sure I did. Elaine says Meghan doesn't have to tell Harry anything about being gracious. He was born a royal. That's his teaching, always to be gracious. Yeah, I mean, Harry's upbringing has readied him for the role that he is now fulfilling. Darlene says, I've really warmed up to Camilla. I'm glad she and Charles are happy. Yeah, most definitely. I think happiness is key. Selk Sieber says, hello to you. It's nice catching up today. I've been under the weather for the second day. Oh no, do try and get yourself better. Trying to get myself healthy for tomorrow. Hello to everyone. I hope you do manage to get yourself better. Yes, we had a Molly sighting. HM the King says, you've said the banned word. I've timed you out. What was the word? I don't know the word. Why did I say that was banned? James Med4 says, the Queen and Prince Charles were so warm to our heroic veterans from the Allied forces. They were indeed. Mary says, that's what I love about the royals. They are diplomatic. You can never tell what they are thinking or feeling about the dignitaries they are meeting with. Yes, I mean, it's quite a contrast between a politician who can tweet, and I'm not specifically talking about President Trump when I talk about the tweeting. I'm talking about politicians, people in high office, celebrities. You know what they're thinking almost every hour of the day because they tweet it. You know, people's opinions are put out there. I mean, that is, I suppose, the job of a politician to kind of have an opinion. Although you should remain professional when you are on state visits. Again, I'm not aiming that specifically at President Trump. There are a few other people that were not professional during this state visit. I'm not going to say their names again, but I did in my previous video. But with the Queen, she's 93 years old, and she's had all those years on the throne, and we do not know what her opinion is on matters like that. And that is very, very different. It's in very stark contrast to that of a politician or of someone in public office or a celebrity. Because of course, as I've been saying for a while now, monarchy is not celebrity, and I think there is a danger with sometimes people when they talk on the internet, they tweet, they might talk in videos. There is a danger of reducing the monarchy that we have to that of celebrity, and it's not, and there is a real danger of that, and that's something that I'm not a big fan of. A lot of people talk about fandom, and it's okay to be a fan of a particular royal. That's okay, it's perfectly fine. But when we start reducing it down to sort of tabloid tittle-tattle and that kind of thing, that's not good, because celebrity is not monarchy. They are two completely different things. So be careful and be warned. Crystal says, I love how reserved and neutral like the royals are. Crystal says, and yes, I was happy to see how reserved President Trump was during and around this visit. He was indeed. Okay, I'm just going down the comments. Oh, I have a donation. Becky Ray, who says, you are awesome. Thanks for all you do, and donated $10 US. Thank you so much, Becky. You get a fan flap from me, so thank you so much. And I'll blow you a kiss too. Sonia says, I love Elliot's tiara today. Or is it a full crown? No, it is a tiara. It is the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Can you see? I'm going to just kind of put it there for you. And I do love this one. It's one of the Queen's favourite tiaras. Yes, 93 years young. Oh yes, Melania did look really, really good. Apart from one outfit, I didn't like... Do you know the one that was like a khaki colour? And it was when she went to see the Prime Minister at Downing Street. It was the one where she was carrying the Birkin bag. Now, I loved the Birkin bag, and I loved all of her other outfits, but I didn't like... It looked like a jumpsuit with a belt, and she was carrying the Birkin bag, and it had like the two pockets that were like there. It reminded me of April from the Turtles. Whoever has watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the 90s, just look at April's jumpsuit. It reminded me of April's jumpsuit. So I wasn't fond of that one, but her initial outfit, the one that looked a bit like Diana, my goodness, that just bowled me away. That was amazing. I loved that outfit. But I wasn't keen on the April from the Turtles look. Apart from that Birkin bag, which apparently cost £50,000. Yes, bring me the Birkin. Give me the Birkin, people. Rhonda says, hello everyone, just found out you were on. Hello, hello indeed. Darlene says, the monitors are working their hearts out today. They do deserve a fan flap. I'm going to give my moderators a really big fan flap. Thank you. Thank you for helping. Let's carry on. Hello to everyone who's just joined. Oh, I'm sure I am positive I gave a fan flap to end. Right, I'll do it again just in case it escaped me. ND Nielsen has donated $5 US. I'm sure I already gave you a fan flap, but anyway, there we go. Thank you so much for your kind donation. It really helps. So, mwah to you all. Okay, let's kind of. Ooh, no, hang on. Mary says yes. I think Camilla has a sense of humour, and Texan says Camilla is very down to earth and warm. Right, I think I've lost my place where I was. Hang on. Right, I've definitely lost my place. Because I've just read out some comment. Right, I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom and then go back up again. Right, Life and Time says, what is the purpose of the royal family? I didn't realise they don't deal with politics. No, they do not. They are above politics. And their purpose... it's a very complicated matter in terms of the purpose. And I think if you hold up, for example, a presidential system against a constitutional monarchy system, there are, I think, benefits of having a constitutional monarchy. And that the first one is that they represent stability and longevity. So you have the career politicians, and of course presidents as well are career politicians, or chancellors in some countries are career politicians. They are, voted in by the people. They have to almost like court the people's favour to get voted in to hold office. Whereas a queen, a monarch, a king, they are there and from the moment they are crowned until they pass. In our case, until they pass, because we haven't really had any abdications apart from one. But the Queen is most definitely not going to abdicate. So we have a clear view of what's coming next. We know that Charles is coming next, then we know William's coming next, then we know George is coming next. We have a line of succession. So it allows the monarch to represent the country and not have to take part in politics. They don't have to court political favour to be in office, so to speak, because they, the office is in their name. So it has a clear benefit that way. They are also the font of honour in the country. Any awards given out or given out, like MBEs, OBEs, knighthoods, are all given out in the Queen's name for Queen and country. They're also the head of the armed forces. So again, the armed forces don't technically have allegiance to a government. It's to Her Majesty, because it's Her Majesty's army. Technically, she could take control of the army and defeat any rogue government that installed themselves in power. I know that would never happen, but it is a perk that that could, if we were invaded, for example, and taken. Let's go back to the time of like D-Day. Let's just say things had gone different, and we had been invaded and our government had been taken over. It was planned that the monarch was going to be whisked away. So technically the country would still have a monarch. That monarch could still take control of the army and defeat the invading force. So it has a big purpose in that respect. So what else? Also the head of the Church of England. There are so many different things that I've probably not even mentioned and covered. In fact, I may even do a whole video on that. So don't try and invade us, because you've got to take the monarch first. Patricia says, your warning to people about celebrity in the royal family is for Meghan's followers, which I think she's brought more to both you and the royal family. But I find that quite disturbing from you. No, I was not meaning that at all. But I have heard and seen people reducing it to celebrity, and I don't think that is good for the monarchy. Claudia says President Trump actually hosted the reciprocal dinner. He did indeed, and Charles and Camilla did go, and Camilla looked gorgeous in her gown. And that was at Winfield House. Beverly says, yes, Harry was raised with proper etiquette and knows how to conduct himself, especially in royal settings. Plus, he has matured since his younger days. He's a smart young man. Stephanie says, this visit was clearly designed to leverage the influence of the royal family to build an even closer trade relationship with the US given Brexit. Exactly, which is what I've said over the past few live pop-up videos, and that is that it's not about the personalities, it's not about the incumbent president or the incumbent prime minister, or in our case, and the outgoing incumbent prime minister. It's about that enduring special relationship between the USA and the United Kingdom, and to strengthen it. And of course, I think Brexit does play a big part in how that relationship is going to be formed in the future. But like I've said, like what I've just said about the purpose of monarchy, prime ministers, chancellors, presidents come and go. What is important is this enduring special relationship, and that is what this visit is there to cement. So it doesn't matter who the president is, who the prime minister is, it's about having that good relationship, and that is what a state visit is all about, which is why I've always felt it a little bit unprofessional to put too much of the personalities into it, because that's not what is at the heart of it. What is at the heart of it is that enduring special relationship. Barbie says, celebrities come and go on a whim. Royalty is above celebrity status, and let's face it, royalty have much better jewellery. They do indeed. They do definitely indeed. Sandy says, if Her Majesty the Queen is head of state, why she can't hold back power like the president as head of state, and why the royal family again can't involve. I think I answered. I think I answered your question for that one. Little Annie said, "Oh, but I'm gonna go." Okay, it's because it's a constitutional monarchy, so the monarch doesn't have absolute power. They can't, for example. I mean, technically, I suppose they could take it back if they dissolve Parliament, which would never happen. So, because we have obviously a democracy, it's up to the people to elect the Prime Minister and the government. But then the government acts on the Queen's behalf, so it allows the monarch not to be involved in politics. And that is why I think our monarchy, amongst others, has survived to this day, because they don't have that technical absolute power. I suppose in a way they kind of could take it back, but it would probably be their undoing, so they wouldn't. I think it's important that we do have a democracy and we do elect our own politicians who have that power to act on the behalf. But of course, the weekly meetings with the Queen is incredibly well informed. She knows exactly what's going on. She gets a briefing of everything that goes on in Parliament. If you've seen the red boxes full of paperwork, those are all state papers. Nothing is made law until the Queen has signed it off. So, the parliamentarians in Parliament can be busy away making laws, but they don't actually get enacted into law until the Queen signs it off, because it's her government, it's her laws, it's her country. And she knows exactly she knows who said what in Parliament, because all the notes are taken, and she receives a daily update on what goes on in Parliament. She knows everything. I mean, President Trump, when he met the Queen, he will have found, a monarch that is incredibly clued up and is incredibly sharp of mind. The Queen is as sharp as a button, sharp as a new button on a new coat. She will know exactly what's going on. She will be up on all of the world politics, the Commonwealth politics, the politics of the UK. She will know exactly what's going on, and he will have found a very engaged, intelligent monarch. Glenn says the Queen should have full rights. The army will stand by Her Majesty the Queen. In case of invasion, let's do a hypothetical invasion case. They would, of course, they would. The army would stand by Her Majesty the Queen, and it just gives us that extra little bit of chance, I think. Sana says, royals and tiaras all over the world is my secret hobby. Hello from Finland. Oh, that's a good hobby. I like your hobby. What do you think of mine? Lacey says, I love the royal family support the US no matter who the president at the time. Exactly. It's not about the personalities of the day, which is what some people are being unprofessional about. And that's what I've been talking about. Life in Time says, if Parliament is disbanded, would it be easier to overthrow the monarchy? No, no, not really, because like I say, the army has allegiance to the Queen, so technically no, I don't think so. That is, of course, very hypothetical, but I don't think so. Um, Sandy P says, "Did you watch the Queen's Corgi?" No, I haven't had time with all the stuff that's been going on with D-Day, the Trump state visit, what's going to be going on with Trooping the Colour. I haven't, but I will do. And thank you for posting that in the Facebook group. Where are we going? Right, just going up slightly. Right, have I missed any important comments? Let's have a look. Oh, Blossom Rock Payne says, "Poor Her Majesty has to host state visits at the behest of her government. It's not personal choice." Yes, I mean, it is, of course. For example, like in those meetings, the weekly meetings, the Prime Minister will have said, you know, look, we want to hold a state visit. And then the Queen would have issued out the invitations in her name. So yes, it is at the behest of the government, but in the Queen's name, because it is the Queen's country. Yes, hello to kindness. Little Annie says, "The Queen or King is a symbolic head of state for a number of countries, not a movie star or a politician." And that's what I'm going back to about this issue of thinking of them as a celebrity and trying to hold them to the same things that a celebrity would be party to or would do or wouldn't do. It's not the same, and I think it's very important for people to take a step back and really look at what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with monarchy, not celebrity. The Queen is the top dog, the monarch is the top dog. Every other character, every other person on that royal stage is supporting the monarch. Everyone has a supporting role. Even Prince Charles, who's going to be the next monarch, everybody is just supporting the monarch. When it shifts, when Charles is king, everyone will be supporting. Their role is to support Charles. Yes, they will have their own individual projects and passion projects and all the rest of it. They will all go in their own different directions. They will all have their own little orbits, but their own little orbits will be circulating around the monarch. When William is king, everybody who's a working royal at that point will be supporting William. So it's very, very, very different to celebrity. And, you know, my warning is just for people to take a step back and just think about what we are actually dealing with, because it is not celebrity. Yes, the Queen is a figurehead. Marilyn says, "I don't like the tiaras and the sash wearing. It seems out of step with modern times, and the Brits seem to enjoy throwbacks." We do like a bit of a throwback, a bit of pomp and circumstance. I like the tiaras and I like the sash wearing, and Catherine debuted hers for the first time, which I think was really lovely. Her Dame Grand Cross, the Royal Victorian Order, which was given to her by the Queen this year. So it was the first time that she got to wear it, and I think she looked lovely. And I like the sashes. I may have one or two sashes of my own. Christine says, "I realise the Queen has to be gracious to everyone." She does. Well, maybe she doesn't have to, but it makes more sense to. Okay, just going down a little bit. Hang on. Okay, what's this about Samantha's book? Apparently she doesn't have a book. Life in Time says, "We got a very good lesson on royalty and government today. Thank you." You are more than... There's more to it than what I've just said. I mean, it's probably a whole video. You know, that question about, you know, what benefits does the monarchy have over, for example, a presidential system, that is a whole video. And perhaps I should do an entire live chat or a video on that. I've just skirted on that issue today. Christine says, "Last night I watched a documentary on King George VI during the war and D-Day, how important his role was." Exactly. Stephanie D. Kelly says, "The leadership given by the Queen Elizabeth and the royal family is of great importance at this time in history, with governments become so internal. It is dangerous for the allied countries to fall apart." Yes, Trooping the Colour is Saturday. Catherine says, talking to Patricia Nixon, I agree. I believe at least 80% of current royal supporters are here because of Meghan, whether they like it or not. I will probably. I mean, yes, I have seen. I mean, I don't know about the 80% thing, but I have definitely seen an increase in people coming to the royal family because of Meghan, and I've spoken at length on different videos about why that is. But yes, a lot of people have come to the monarchy and found the monarchy through Meghan. I have seen a big upturn in the amount of sort of diversity that I see on this channel and different people that post and comment, which is more than welcome. But there has been a lot of new people brought to the royal family through Meghan, and I think that's what you're saying. I don't know about 80%, but there certainly has been a lot, and you can tell by the, is it now 8.4 million followers on Instagram? That is a huge number of people in a short space of time to follow an account on Instagram. So you can see, how what their level of following is. Elaine says, I am British and support all my royal family. Yeah, I definitely don't think it's 80%, but certainly there has been an upturn. I can concur that there has been an upturn in people that have come to the royal family through Meghan. Life and Time says, the Queen's speech on working together instead of war. Trump should heed it. He has experienced war. He hasn't. Oh, she has. He hasn't. Again, that is internal politics. Marilyn Matthews says, oh no, would never want British rule, proud. Oh, did someone say about America being ruled by Britain again? Oh my goodness. Even with its faults. Live, Love and Laugh says, hello Elliot and everyone enjoying the chat. Oh, Mary, I think we decided that the sashes, it's a different order. So that's why there's different sashes. Sana P says, you have the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. I do. And yes, it's quite substantial. I do like this one. Okay, now, what else did I have on my list? We may have actually spoken about everything. Oh yes, today. So it was the D-Day services that happened today. So we had Charles and Camilla were in Normandy. We had Prince Harry at the Founders' Day service with the Chelsea pensioners. So I did make a video today on Prince Harry with the... Ooh, my battery's going low, so I may have to pop off in a moment. It says 20%, so I may have to go off very, very soon. So Prince Harry was at the Chelsea pensioners, the Royal Chelsea Hospital. That's the pensioners in the red outfits. And he was making poppy. He made a speech, so the speech is in my video. And he was helping them to make poppies. Of course, we sell poppies here in the UK to raise money for the British Legion. So that was a really, really nice touch to see Prince Harry helping to make those poppies with the Chelsea pensioners, who, of course, deserve all of our respect and love. Prince William was also out today at the National Memorial Arboretum, which it's not terribly too far away from me. It's in a place called Staffordshire, and it is the national focus to remember those who have sacrificed their lives for their country. And he was there today and he made a speech, so if you go and find that video, you will be able to see that video too. And of course, this week we saw the end of the US state visit. And of course, the Queen bade farewell to President Trump and the First Lady, and then I think he went to Ireland. And I haven't really heard much since then, so I'm not sure whether he's back in the US yet, but he was staying in Ireland for at least a day, I think. Parmalee Stevens says, Meghan bringing a large number of people to the royal family reminds me of the days when kings would marry women for countries with which they wanted alliance. It's a tad like that. I mean, I definitely think that, for example, President Trump does see some benefit in having an American ally within the royal family. And I use the word loosely, ally, because obviously that was never spoken about between Harry and President Trump. Well, we don't think so. I mean, he didn't allude to anything. But yes, I think it is a little tiny bit like that. HM the King says, he just landed in Ireland 1 hour ago. Okay, so he's there now. Marilyn says, I salute you. You have helped so many people of different cultures to start a dialogue with one another and exchange ideas. If that's what I've done, then I'm glad. Thank you. Flossing with Payne says, Trump is staying 3 days at his golf course, I think. Okay. Stephanie D. Kelly has donated $5 US. She says, thanks, you are the best. You are more than welcome. And of course, you get a fan flap from me. So thank you so much for your kind donation. Mwah! Anne, rather, I can't read today, says, what does Anne say? I like how Sussex Royal on Instagram showed various royal members today. Yes, they did. Because, of course, with being a D-Day celebration, it's kind of, you know, everyone's involved. Yes, his mom was from Scotland. Elect Lady Gloria, you're going to have to pop back to the start of this chat to find out all about the wink. Karen Warren, $19.99 US. Thanks over and over for your objective reviews. I do try. Thank you so much for your kind donation. You get a big fan flap from me. Thank you so much. Mwah! But yes, his mother was from Scotland. Sandy P says, Donald Trump and his family is now having a good friendship with royal family. Even after the end of his presidency, Trump's family will be friends. Well, I mean, I can't speak for personal feelings, but certainly I can say that the state visit went well. Oh, I don't know when the christening is. HM the King says, you gained 1,000 subs on Tuesday. Oh my goodness, the past month, I think we've gone up about 6,000 subscribers. That is amazing. So thank you and welcome to everybody who has subscribed to the channel, new or old. Just thank you for subscribing. Patricia Nixon says, speaking to Palmer Lee Stevens, Elliot has given us a veiled warning. Oh, I don't think I've given a veiled warning. Well, maybe I did say be warned. Okay, I'll give you that one. A veiled warning. About Meghan's celebrity status. Be careful, he says. He has no place in royalty. She's brought a whole lot to both of them, and Elliot and the royals. Yes, I am not doubting that for 1 second. You know, Meghan has brought lots of people to the royal family, which therefore has brought a lot of new people to my channel, and that is amazing. But I think my comments about celebrity are how we hold people up and what we judge them by. Not that we should be judging anyway, but what we judge them by, how we judge them by, how we treat people, and knowing that celebrity is different to royalty, and there is a danger there of trying to mix the two, and it doesn't work. It hasn't worked in the past, it's not going to work now. They are two very separate things. So I think people need to move on from this whole celebrity thing, and I think that's, again, maybe with the press too, that's why we're getting all these kind of feud rumours and kind of tabloid tittle-tattle. Yes, that's always kind of gone on in the past, but it ramped up a notch. We all know, and I think can accept that it all ramped up, didn't it? It went overdrive. You know, the past 6 months have been overdrive completely, and there's a danger in all of this celebrity over what the main focus is, which should be to support the monarch, and every royal is supporting the monarch, and it is not celebrity. Oh, did I get another donation? Stephanie D. Kelly, who says, thanks, you are the best. I almost missed it. Thank you so much. And you get a big fan flap from me. So thank you so much. And mwah! I think we had another one. Oh, Sonia. Thank you for keeping us in the loop regarding all of the latest news regarding the royals. Today is my birthday, and watching you is a real treat. Cheers. You are more than welcome. So you get a fan flap from me and a big thank you. Mwah! Let's have a look. Tiffany says, I agree, the royals are not celebrity because they are above celebrity. Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. Vicky says, King, Queens, and Presidents come and go. England and the US have been friends for allies and allies for generations. That is what is important to remember. Dee Dee, don't worry about it. Okay. Oh, happy birthday, Sonia. Oh, HN the King has to shower and be out the door at 7. Well, I'm going to go in a minute anyway because it's been 45 minutes. So I am going to go. Yes, I am going to wrap up now. Let's have a look. Okay. I'm going to leave it here. I think we've spoken about and caught up on a few different things. So thank you for making it this far, 45 minutes into the video. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media and also hit the notification bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. So